Billboards in The Hague are going dark, but is this just the beginning? Could we see a worldwide shift against fossil fuel ads?
Today is May 28, 2025. The Dutch court's decision to uphold The Hague's fossil fuel ad ban isn't just a local news story. It's actually the first time anywhere that such a restriction's been legally recognized. Why does it matter if a single city can block these ads?
The ban took effect on January 1st this year. It covers not only oil and gas, but also petrol and diesel vehicles, aviation, cruises, and even fossil fuel-based energy contracts. Essentially, it's a complete blackout. No ads on billboards, bus shelters, digital screens, whether public or private.
What kind of opposition did it face? Travel industry groups, like the Dutch Association of Travel Agents and TUI, took the city to court. Their main argument was that the ban violated their freedom of expression and damaged their business interests. But the court dismissed all of their challenges. Do you know how the judge explained that?
The court pointed to the broad policy powers of municipalities, especially when it comes to residents' health and climate concerns. The ruling stated that commercial advertising doesn't have the same level of constitutional protection as other speech. In fact, Dutch law, specifically Article 7, Section 4, allows restrictions on ads for the sake of public interest.
That's a key point. The court said if there's a conflict, public health outweighs commercial speech. The judge even remarked, it's not up to the municipality to hold back on health measures just to shield the finances of travel companies. That's about as direct as you get.
Supporters are comparing this to tobacco regulation. For example, Femke Slegers from Reclaim Fossilfrij said it's like anti-smoking laws. If tobacco ads are everywhere, the policy doesn't work. The idea is reducing fossil fuel use gets much harder if it's being promoted constantly.
There's some history here, too. Jonathan White from Client Earth pointed out that banning ads for harmful products worked for tobacco. Do you think this is the point where society starts treating fossil fuels like cigarettes in public spaces?
Public opinion seems to lean that way. A recent survey found that 71% of Dutch people believe banning fossil fuel ads is effective for climate action. That's a strong endorsement for policies like this.
And the implications could go beyond the Netherlands. Client Earth, the legal charity that helped support The Hague, says cities around the world may now consider similar bans. If one city can do this and win in court, what's to stop others?
The initial reaction from the industry was legal action. But since the court's decision, there's been no sign of an appeal. Instead, some companies are beginning to shift their focus to what they call sustainability messaging, highlighting responsible practices rather than direct fossil fuel promotion.
Right, but does this simply change the way fossil fuels are marketed? Or could it actually shift public attitudes and behavior in a lasting way?
That's the critical issue. What The Hague shows is that with a strong legal basis and public backing, a city can take bold action against fossil fuel promotion. It sets a clear precedent. Commercial speech can be regulated when urgent public interests, like climate and health, are involved.
And as climate impacts become more severe, other cities and even countries might look to this case for guidance. A combination of legal clarity, public support, and a focus on health and the environment.
More cities could follow. This isn't only about advertising. It's also about who gets to shape our public spaces and, ultimately, our planet's future.
The Hague's legal victory might lead to a wider rethinking of what we allow to be advertised and how. Will other cities take up the challenge?
Thanks for joining us as we unpack the world's first upheld fossil fuel ad ban and what it might mean going forward.
Thank you for tuning in. This episode was brought to you by My News Studio. You can try it now for free.